What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm back here in the new shop and I'm gonna be back working on this 2022 duramax rebuild. So in the last video we got the new cab picked up and I started stripping a little bit out of here, and I ended up picking up this new pretty sweet window tool, mostly for the other 2021 Denali that I'm doing, but this is like I think they call it a spider glass removal. So it's you just use a wire actually, and it works pretty darn slick. So this one just sticks onto the glass, you hook the wire through there, and you can either use, I use a drill. I tried it with a crank at the start and it was good, but I just tried a drill and I actually didn't break any of the wire. So it just uses this fiber wire or something like that. So pretty darn simple. You just poke this through, hook it onto here, and put it on the glass, and then you can use the pump, and you just kind of got to move it a few different times. But I didn't break any wire, and I hardly really used any. I just did it in like 3 different chunks to pull it out of here, right? So I was pretty happy with it, and it was 650 bucks, and I was looking at like the, I don't know, they call it like a Raptor equalizer or something, and they were like $1,200 up to like $2,200. So I'm like, that's crazy for, it just seems like a suction cup and some wire, right? But yeah, so you can pretty much get it off here, and it doesn't even let's see here, didn't even scratch it one bit, and pull it off really nice. So because mostly like a lot of these windows that I'm taking out on the newer vehicles, they're not even cracked or anything like that, but with my other window remover tool, it's like a cutting blade. It just destroys all these seals. So you can put the window back in, but you put it back in without any of these seals, right? Which is kind of not the best. And then also, just look on the inside here, all these clips, I didn't wreck any of these clips, and yeah, it looks pretty much managed. All I gotta do is just clean the glue off it, and I can just put this window right back in, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's a factory GM window, so like if I were to buy another factory GM window, they're like 600 bucks, right? So every time I pull a window out, let's say if I save 100 bucks, well, I mean, it pretty much pays for itself, the tool, in like, you know, even 4 or 5 vehicles, right? Because a lot of times I gotta pull the front and the back glass out. This back glass was already out of when I bought this windshield, and you can see it like scratched it all up in here pulling the window out. So, and this was just I think it was a solid glass one, but them sliding back windows, they're a bugger to get out. So it'd be really nice to have that one to pull the window out of that Denali. So, but I'm gonna use it for everything now because it's just super handy to have. So what I'm gonna do next on this one, I'm gonna finish pulling the rest of this interior out here. I just got some wires. This is all just garbage. I'm gonna use this stuff out of my other truck, and all this can come out of here. And then I need to finish pulling the rest of these old ones off here. So I did figure out how this works. So if you pull this little bracket off here, right here, and then on the outside, all this comes off just like this, and it's spot welded on here. But if you want to pull, like obviously when you buy the replacement, it comes all the way to the back here, but then it cuts off on here. But since I have the dash out and everything anyways, it actually comes and it slides in here, and there's like 3 or 4 spot welds right in here. So if I drill these spot welds out, slide it back out, I can slide the other one because the other one's mint right off the other cab, or off this cab. I can slide it, drill them out, slide that right off the front here, and then slide it right into the front of here, and then weld it into the exact factory spot, and put seam sealer over it, and you'll never even know I changed it. So, and then yeah, pretty much just strip the rest of the dash like this. So I'm starting with the bare cab. I want to use everything off that cab and just swap it onto here, and then just, you know, fix these dents, or little dents, and then paint this uniside or whatever. So, and then this one can get back rolling again. So it's gonna be a little bit of work to change all this interior out here, but pretty much everything's just, you unbolt it, take it in big chunks, and put it here in the new one. And then also this one doesn't have cab lights, but I want to add the cab lights back in this one again because I had the wiring and everything, so I might as well put them in. So I'll just have to measure and drill some holes out for the cab lights, and then I can add them in there too. And then I'm probably going to repaint the roof skin anyway, so might as well drill the holes and put the cab lights back in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting these front pieces off here and strip the rest of this interior out. dash out of here now, and I'm just getting it all ready to, I'm gonna pull this front rat sport off here. So I'm just gonna drill this all out, and I can just drill right through the cab, or might even end up cutting it out here just to make sure I don't wreck it to get it off here. And there's just a little bit on the inside here I need to pull out. It's the same as on the other cab. I had to drill, there's like 3-4 spot welds there, and it kind of just slides right in. So I might just end up cutting it a little bit. That way it'll make it easier to pull it all out without wrecking anything. And then I should be able to just slide it right back onto the new cab here. And then I can just re-weld it up in the factory spots. Alrighty, so I got the front clip off here, and it actually came off pretty easy. I'm just hacking it all off because it was easier just to cut around, because now I can just use my little spot weld tool and just drill out these spot welds and pop this all apart, so it's kind of right back to the factory spot. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get this apart on the cab, because there's a couple spots that are kind of like you know, over top of each other. So I just saw it this way. I don't need that cab anyway, so I can get it off real nice and clean, drill these holes out where the spot welds are, and then just slide it back on and put it right back in the factory spot. So that should work pretty good. I mean, this is all pretty mint, so it should slide right back into the cab just like it was factory. I can re-silicone it or seam seal it, and then it'll be good as new, and then they'll never even be able to tell that I was in there. So if you look on here, this is where it slides back in. So there's actually a gap here, and it just slides right in there. There's a few spot welds here, up there, and then same with on the inside is what actually holds it. So you just have to weld these spot welds back up once I put that back in there, and should be good to go. So once I put this back in, I want to just get this welded in, and then I guess I might as well start putting the dash back together, just so I still remember how everything goes, right? Because I got a lot of stuff, but it actually wasn't too bad. It kind of looks like a mess of wires, but I just kind of pushed everything back. And then once I put that pad cover back on, I can run the wires back up, and then might as well throw this whole dash right back in there. So got the other cab fully disassembled here, and it's just pretty much ready for scrap. So I just stripped it all down, took all the little clips and plugs and all the other caps on the bottom here off, just so if I need some spares for any other cab. I think this cab had running boards, so there's a few caps that are missing, so I can put them back in there so you don't get dirt and debris in there. So this cab's pretty much ready to go start welding. So I just need to weld this inside part here, and then I can put the dash back in here. Pretty much all slid back together here. I'll have to take this off again and just clean it all up. I just want to make sure it fit first, but it pretty much slid on really nice. So it looks all factory, and we all welded back up in the factory spots. So I'm just gonna throw this cab outside here and for scrap, and then I probably will start welding, and then can get this dash all back together. So I'm probably gonna order some sound debt too, and then just put like another layer of sound debt down here on the floor, and probably a little bit on the roof here, so it'll make it a little bit quieter. It did to my one of my other trucks, and actually made a huge difference. So, and then probably put a little bit on this back here, and then I'm gonna when I put these back covers in, I'm gonna seal them up real light. Put a little bit of that window urethane in there, just so you don't get any leaks. So I've never had a truck that leaks, but you see people, they have issues with these back ones leak in there. So a little bit of sound debt, and it'll be nice and even quieter in them. So gonna throw this cab out here and start getting this thing prepped for welding. like lined up here and pretty much got it all welded in. So I just bolted the cab down, bolted the front rad sport down, and welded it all together. So I already re-seam sealed on the inside here, and just let that sit overnight, and then I can put the dash back in. And the sound deadener I ordered should be here tomorrow, so I can throw that down and then put the carpet back in. So it'll kind of start to come together there, and it'd be nice to get this all back in here. Well, I kind of know how it goes back together, and then the front end can pretty much go back together too, because none of this was damaged, so it can go all back in there. And then I guess I got a little bit of body work to do, so kind of thinking of maybe changing the color on this, because I got to paint pretty much everything. Like the box is white, the takeoff box, the new one I bought was white, so, and it has some damage on these on this, so got a couple little dings on it. And then all 4 doors are brand new, so they'll have to be repainted anyways, and both sides. So the only thing that's not, I don't have to repaint is the roof, right? So, and it's in, I just got to scuff it and repaint it. So it really wouldn't be that bad to change the colors. So I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, if I should change the color or just leave it silver. And then its headliner, it's got a couple of rips in it, so I'm gonna refiberglass it up here, and then got some new, like that black headliner fabric for it, so should look pretty nice. And then just paint all the other stuff black, just like I did on my blue LBZ there. But yeah, so that's gonna be your after tonight's video, and this one's coming along pretty good. And finally getting a few projects tied up here. So thanks for watching, and tune in for the next one. Peace.